Thank you for joining, and welcome to Let's Zwift. Today we are in the weekly Chase to the Underground. The Ds are out on course and start with 17 riders. It should be interesting today, as the Cs have 41, the Bs have 38, and the As have 17 riders. The riders will tackle 22.4 kilometers of the Sand and Sequoias route, and we will have a time check at 10.5K shortly before the Titans Grove climb. The second time check will be at the top of the climb. As the A's are about to get out on course, I think between the group sizes and course profile, the B's and A's will have the best shot for victory. Checking in, and looks like all the groups are working well together. The first 10K is relatively flat, and I expect not many riders will drop off before the climb. After the D's took victory last week, I hope they can hit the climb with a sizable gap. That will be their key to victory. The climb midway through the race averages 2.2% over 2.6 kilometers, but I suspect there will be significant time differences on this section. And apologies for the C video in the bottom left, as it seems to be lagging a bit. Ooh, and just take a look at the difference in watts. The A's seem to be watt machines right now, up near the 400 area. The B's were throwing out impressive numbers as well, consistently near 300. The C's and D's are still riding decently. I think the C's will have to utilize their pack size to create speed though. We're approaching the first time check of the day. This will give us a good indication of who's gonna challenge. The clock will stop right at the electronic board ahead. Oh, and I already see a couple of D's off the back. And what's their time gonna be? They stopped the clock, and it's 17:29. We'll see if that holds up, as the C's will be coming through. Here they come, and it looks like one is off the front, but the clock will stop when the group comes through. It's looking good, as most of the group remains. An adjusted time of 18:50, only 1:21 behind the D's. The B's are hungry to show how much time they can pull back. Big power being put out, nearly 350 watts. They will stop the clock. It's an adjusted time of 19:26. They have clawed back quite a bit. The last group is coming through, and this is critical to the overall picture. Wow! Looks like they are down to about 9 or 10 riders, and they will stop the clock at an adjusted time of 20:47. They are still 3 minutes 18 seconds down on the D's. But the crucial climb is still to come. Checking in on all the groups, the D's have just begun this critical climb. Oh, it looks like the B's have the C's in their sights. The riders' watts per kilogram is going to be critical here. The higher categories should make up some time over the next 2.6 kilometers. I suspect the field will be absolute chaos by the KOM banner. And the big question is if the lower cats can hang on to the top. Wow! And the B's should make this catch any moment. We will have to see if any of the C's can live with this pace. I suspect a few of them might be able to. Here is the catch, with a few B's cranking it through the pack, as it looked like they wanted to put this race to bed early on. Wow, and big shout out, as that was some serious power. But it looks like a lot of the C's were able to hang in for now. Approaching the top of the climb, and it looks like the D's are just ahead. Oh man, this climb has created absolute chaos. With only a bit over 100 meters till the banner, I hope the D's can hang on. But look at the speed they are going through with. It's gonna be tough. Oh, and that hurts. The higher categories just flew by, and I think that puts an end to the D's hopes of victory. This time check will be chaotic. The C's and B's have a massive group now, but we will see how far the A's are off. The B's and C's will have the same time. Wow, this has gotta hurt. And the clock is gonna stop. It's an adjusted time of 26:46. The D's will stop the clock next, and their group has been whittled down quite a bit. And they will stop it at 27:01. Not bad. I reckon the A's need to be within 30 seconds to have a shot, and they are only a couple hundred meters from the banner. They are smashing this climb. All of them near 6 watts per kilogram, but it's so strung out, and the group seems to be down to only about 7 riders. The clock is gonna stop any second now, and it's an adjusted time of 27:45. This has gotta come down to a sprint from the B and C group. And they are gonna go through this little rolling section and come out to sprint on the flats. This is gonna be exciting, as we will crown a new winner this week. And my money is on the B's. I'm not sure, maybe the B's will try and launch a few attacks to break away, or at the very least soften up the C's legs. We will see, as we are just under 3K to go now. It looks like in the race for third place, the A's have the D's in their sights. They will likely catch and outsprint them. But let's go back and focus on the action for first place. Here we go, last 700 meters. Oh, and 2 B's are gonna kick. Is it too soon? Looks like the C goes and is immediately onto the wheel. He dropped the drafting power up, so might have a little bit extra left for the final sprint. And with 500 meters, the rider filming this video here is going to go all out. It's a decent gap he needs to close, and it looks like 2 B's and a C are neck and neck just ahead. It's a long way out they have chosen to go from. Oh, and the C rider kicks hard. He is absolutely all out. But the B rider is on the wheel, and Fred is closing. And the B is pulling ahead. And yes, the B did it. He crossed the line with a couple bike lengths. But that C rider had an amazing sprint for a close second place. Wow, what an exciting finish. The A's will be rolling through here now, and it looks like they will manage third place. And finally, the D's will roll through with this large group. They fought hard today, but ultimately were a bit short on riders, and the course profile may not have suited them well. Let's go and check out the final times. The D's ended in 37:09, while the B's took victory and had the same 36:23 time as the C's.